Hello, my name is Austin Stewart, and you're listening to the first edition of Wildcat Talk. And here with me today, I've got Anson Fender. He is a part of the Godly High School T-shirt cannon. You got it. Go ahead.
T-shirt cannon crew.
T-shirt cannon crew. And so, I mean, basically, we're just trying to shed some light on all of the things around Godly High School, the types of things that anybody can really join. I mean, some of these groups, they do have a couple of prerequisites, as Anson will probably go into just a little bit. There's not really a prerequisite for it, but he was in a certain situation as to where he got the opportunity to join. So if anybody's interested, Anson will let you know about how to get there. So why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, Anson?
I'm a senior here at Godly High School, and the way that I joined the T-shirt cannon crew is through the class Scientific Research and Design. That is a class that Mr. Gonzalez does, and really the only prerequisites that you have to be in it is you have to at least be a junior, meaning 11th grade. So you can't join that class till you're 11th grade, and that's really all that you need to do to join that class. It's more of an engineering class, so if you enjoy building projects and doing that stuff, you'll love this class. The way I came to join it, besides just being in the class, was Mr. Gonzalez one day was just like, we're going to repair our T-shirt cannon that we have. Anyone interested? And I wasn't doing anything, and I was interested, and you got to shoot it at football games. So I was just like, yeah, it sounds like fun. I get to shoot it and have a good time at the football game. So that's how I came to joining the T-shirt cannon.
So I do know that there's a lot of people in that class, like a lot of juniors and seniors, because I took that class last year. I was a junior whenever I took that class, and I do know that this counts. He does do like a big project, kind of like 3D designing T-shirt cannon. Just last year we didn't do the T-shirt cannon because it was like broken. But does this count towards like a project type thing, like a major grade towards you?
Yeah, so it is graded throughout. Usually what he does is in the general class, he'll like do a basic project for everyone. Like right now we're doing building bridges with balsa wood. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing that in there right now since T-shirt cannon doesn't have too much to do right now. But in general, he have these big other projects like that 3D printing, the T-shirt cannon. He also has one that's ecology, where they go out and look at the nature and do some things there. So yeah.
Yeah, so as I said previously, that T-shirt cannon was broken last year. What did y'all do to fix it? Because it was up and running by like the first game, right?
So what we did to fix it was a lot of it had leaks to it. So we had to put on Teflon tape. If anyone knows what it is, it's plumbing stuff. Teflon tape, and plumbing's dope. And so that's what we did. I'm trying to think, what else did we have to do to fix it? That was the main stuff. There, we had to get a new valve because the valve messed up one of the pipes, so we had to do that. But otherwise, it was just like kind of repairing a few things to get the air nice and tight, so then we can shoot it out and it will go. Another thing was getting like a good T-shirt roll, getting a tight seal between the barrel and the pipes, so it'll shoot good.
Yeah, no, plumbing is a big thing. Yeah, like shout out Mullins Plumbing Co. Come on now, but yeah, no. So I also noticed that your It has like 20 spots. I mean, how many T-shirts can it hold? It's like almost like a machine gun type thing.
So it does have multiple barrels, but we only use one because since it's not an automatic shooting where we can just like fill shoot like that, like an actual like machine gun or something, as you would think. It's too much work to have to move the barrel over, get it lined up, because the barrels are also cut uneven at the ends. So we have to do more work with that. And so in the end, it's just better to keep it one barrel, so we keep that nice and airtight, and we just put the T-shirt in each time because we can't shoot quick enough to put it in. But it has like 8 barrels on it, I think. But
8 barrels? Oh my gosh.
We can shoot 4 T-shirts at once in one barrel, though.
4 T-shirts in one barrel,
yes.
Like all out of one. Like
if we get it right, we can shoot it in one shot.
Oh
4
my
T-shirts.
Gosh, that's
so
crazy.
Yes.
So y'all plan on? So do y'all do it only for the football season?
Yes, only for the football season that we know so far.
Yeah, because football, because you wouldn't be able to shoot it into the baseball. The baseball's too close. The net's
there's no other good stands.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't make any sense. But so in the kind of the off season, I guess, of the T-shirt cannon, right? Do y'all plan on making a lot of like improvements throughout the year?
I don't know what we're gonna do. The next ultimate goal is building a new T-shirt cannon. This one is, good job for what it was. It's like the first one that they had to build, and now we don't know if we're gonna do it it's part of like interest of the other group, but also at the same time, we don't know a lot about this stuff in the end of how to build one. And we don't have like any experts here. Mr. Gonzalez, he's a great teacher and everything, but he's not an engineer. Like he's kind of
Right.
like, I don't know. I asked my dad a lot of stuff on how to fix this. Mr. Gonzalez was like, man, just do
Yeah,
something. Like,
yeah,
no hate to him. He's great. He was just like, I don't know what to do though.
yeah. No,
So
I mean, it's good to sometimes people talk about a lot of things that they just don't know a lot
yeah,
of, and it's good to know that he's like I don't
I
know,
don't
and
know.
it's he's giving it up to the students to kind of make that engineering type of
Yeah.
I mean
Make us
scientific
do the
research and
choice
design.
instead of him just babying us through it.
Right. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just lets us do it. That's
Yeah.
the
No.
great
Yeah.
part.
That's awesome. But so I know that I know some of the seniors probably knew Carter Whitfield. He's the one that built it 2 years ago. For was it for his senior project
For
actually?
his senior project,
Oh
yes.
wow, yeah. So yeah, he completely designed it, and it was a very good base, is kind of what you're saying, and
Yeah.
y'all expect to perhaps
If
take it as
yes.
like a blueprint of sorts, right?
A little bit. Some of the things with his was obviously whenever we build a new one, it's going to be a single barrel. There's no point in making a multi unless you could somehow make it fully automatic. That would be impressive,
Right.
but that would be a lot of money and time. Definitely try and cut away from the bulky frame as it's a big bulky, like kind of like a mini trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to have like the advertisement, which we do have. Double Rock did advertise for this or sponsor it, and we advertised them. So it's nice to put an advertisement, but this new one for sure, we'll have to figure out a way to put the advertisement on there, but we want it bulked down more, have it like on a tripod, so then it's smaller, more mobile, and we can move it around. It's easier to work with.
Right. Yeah. So doesn't it even like have a hitch on it?
We have to
Like,
put a hitch on it. It's very bulky, hard to maneuver.
yeah.
Like it's, I understand why I had to do it probably to get the senior project to look big enough, and maybe it was too hard to do some things here. I understand why I had to do it. It's just kind of just a bulky design. It's
Yeah.
hard to work with.
It needs some refinements.
Yes, it definitely needs a lot of major changes to make it the next one better.
Right, right, right. I got you. And I mean that's normally how the engineering
Yeah,
process
that's how
goes, right?
most
Yeah.
things thing when a new version comes out.
Yeah, no. So, can you walk us through what it's kind of like to like set it up? I mean, you said like move it around and stuff, but like, what is like filling up the tank like? Like, do y'all have to take it all the way back to the school every time you fill it up?
So yeah, because we have no electricity out in the football field yet.
Mm-hmm.
When we do, very easy to fill it up there, and even then, I mean, we'll probably just fill it up there, even though the air compressor's loud. But yeah, generally what we do, we just come here, right outside, second story balcony, right next to the football field. There, we fill up the air compressor, and then we have a smaller air compressor right now. We're probably about to fix that, where it has a valve on there because our new big air compressor doesn't have a valve that we can like switch with and all that. So we
Yeah.
have to use a smaller one. It's not an air compressor, a little air tank, so then we can shut off valves and all that.
Right. So it's like so you just wheel the air compressor. You don't wheel the whole thing over here, right?
No, by when the football game's already about to start, our t-shirt cannon's already in the back track area near where the home stands are because we practice during ninth period in SRD and we move it there so then we don't have to move the whole thing and be in the way with other people or have other people in our way. We just move the air compressors.
And then just let it sit over there for
and we just have the t-shirt cannon over there, and we bring the air compressors back when we need to refill.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. So y'all weren't having problems with filling it up at all, though, or
The only problem we had with filling up anything was our red air compressor broke one game, and we could not shoot. All we had to do was buy a new air compressor, and that was it.
Yeah,
is easy fix.
Yeah. No. So you're kind of like the manager, though. Like, how is it like running the team? Like, are you you're the manager, right?
Yes, I am. So I got basically the manager position from it. Since my dad helped me a lot get the information, I was relaying the information and I was kind of just telling people what to do. So I just naturally fell in it in our little group that we had.
Right.
And it's been nice. It's been good leadership learning for sure on how to manage a group and just, let them do stuff. And all the people who are in the group respect that I'm the manager and they don't try and be like, oh, during the football games, I'm pretty much in control the whole time. I'm the one being like, okay, we're going to shoot here. We're going to do this. And they fully comply, and it's great because it makes us a really easy team. Having one person just leading it and everyone else, just making it smooth.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, like with something like this, it's not like super complex. So everybody's on the same page, right? Because y'all are all going through it all together, and it's like hey, we all know that we need to do this, so let's go do
Yeah,
this real quick.
we all want to be there, so it's really easy for like me as the manager to really just get us to go through it.
Yeah. And so y'all get, I know that it's so y'all have y'all's own badges though too, right? Like
Uh,
badges that y'all take down there.
no, we wear only badges that we wear is just the media team badges.
Oh,
Since the
okay.
3 people are in the group, who is the other 2 members are Clay Harris and Zachary Blinko.
Uh-huh.
We'll all have media team badges since we're in Miss Trawick's classes. So that's how we get in the game for free and be able to walk around.
I gotcha. Okay. And so I know obviously you said we don't have electricity out there with all the construction out there, right? Like there's a lot of construction going on. Once all of the bleachers are like completely finished, like especially that top deck, like that whole deck, do you think you'll be able to get it all the way up there with the t-shirt cannon that you have now?
No, how the deck is, and you look at it, it's just too high. How the t-shirt cannon's angled wouldn't work. What you'd have to do is if you're going to do it from the track up to there, you'd have to get a higher angle to make it more of a mortar shot,
right?
And have to have a lot more PSI for it. Because right now, getting to the top of the bleachers, we're using like for a large, which is our best shot in the barrel, is about like 60 PSI of the current bleachers right now. And the problem with like increasing the PSI is it puts more stress on the pipes and you have a potential to explode.
Right.
So at some point you have to be like, okay, we can't keep increasing the PSI because it will break. So the only way to get up to those bleachers is by moving the t-shirt cannon up there more, or just be like, if you want a t-shirt, come down.
Right.
I mean, that's what you're gonna have to be in the end. Just be like, if you're gonna want a t-shirt, notice it, come down, because you can. There'll be plenty of seats in the front and should be fine.
Right, yeah, so I'm pretty sure there is a deck, like, up on top, though, but I don't think that it really, like, I don't think it gives you enough room to be able to wheel. Plus, it would be a whole house.
We would probably be in the way
Yeah.
if we tried to move it in the bleachers. So in the end, if the t-shirt cannon keeps going like next season, since the team won't be here at all, since it's all seniors,
Right.
which is a problem.
Yeah.
That we don't know. So for us, it's kind of like not our problem right now, since the bleachers aren't going to be available for the last 2 home games. So, but definitely a problem for them if we don't make a new t-shirt cannon either.
Right. Obviously we need somebody to take over, right? There's somebody in the younger grades. I mean, it seems like Carter, whenever he first built it, he put in a lot of work into it. Like it was a big job, and it's a lot of research, it's a lot of engineering. I mean, like Anson said, it involves plumbing. Shout out Mullins Plumbing Co. But I mean, also it's just like trajectory, like physics, just basic physics and stuff.
Physics,
pressure. So I mean, with the what are the kind of the steps that maybe a younger person in the school could maybe take towards maybe even joining the squad maybe a little bit earlier than just junior year? Like, do you think that maybe that could be possible? I mean, obviously they would have to talk to Mr. Gonzo about it, but like, do you think that could be possible?
Yeah, it would be hard to say. So like, one person that did work on with us for a little bit was Wyatt Cheeks. He worked on it with us for a little bit, but he wasn't in the squad anymore because he had to move classes. But really, it's hard to say for that how to join. Obviously, it's probably going to be in the SRD class. That's where it's going to really come from. So it's going to sadly be juniors or seniors. If someone younger wanted to join, they'd probably have to know the junior and senior.
Right.
In my opinion, I don't think Mr. Gonzalez would really care. Like if I went and be like, I don't know, a freshman was like, I want to do it, and we trusted this freshman to do it with us, he probably wouldn't care because he trusts me to do it. So he's probably going to trust these people who do the t-shirt cannon, and it would be like, like
maybe like a shadowing position. Even. Like maybe just down there, hey, this is how it's going.
Showing like, them how to shoot. I mean, we let some people shoot it, like Lucas Mullins. Shout out to Luke
Mullins Plumbing Co. Yeah. Shout out Mullins Plumbing Co. Yeah.
And we let him shoot it. And mess it up the first time, but we got it. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
And so he almost took away the privilege, but I mean, we might let some other people shoot it as long as we tell you how to shoot it, because we are very skeptical whenever it comes to people touching our work.
I get it.
I don't like it, but yeah. So, I mean, if you do want to join, it's going to be a very small group. I would think if I was still doing it, 3 is the most that I like. 4 is probably nice if you want an extra hand, but 3 is manning it. For maybe like whenever you're doing the work labor of building a new one or anything. You don't want a big group because then it just gets out of hand.
Right. Well, awesome. Well, I'd like to thank you for sitting down with me today.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
Yes, of course. Anytime. Uh, this was the first episode of Wildcat Talk, #1 podcast right here. Saying it now. Uh, Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week.